Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back. Now, whenever I mention in comments on Twitter and other platforms that people should negotiate their cars online and they should always look for OTD, they always ask me like, well, I'm financing. If I don't go to the dealership, they're not going to give me the payment. I can't shop on OTD because I need my monthly payment. I have a small budget. There's no way I can save cash. I thought I made this video to help you out. This is a great tool that you can use and it's free. You don't have to sign up for anything. It's completely free. Link in the description down below. This is how you figure out your payment before you even contact the dealership. So what this is going to help you is first know if the car that you want is in your budget, and number two, how to negotiate with the dealership, because you can manipulate all these things, which is what they do, to get the payment that you want. This way you see exactly what things need to be modified in order to get your desired payment. All right, we're going to be using this Camry. It's a Camry LE, so it's the basic one. It's a hybrid. It's something that everybody likes because of the gas mileage. It's pretty cool. It also looks pretty neat from the front. So let's go here into the auto calculator. It says 31,192. Now, there are some things that you're going to have to research for your state. Now, when it comes to the loan terms, I think for nowadays, 60 months, it's kind of like the average. You can add more months or less. I personally, when I calculated my payments, I usually start with 48 months. Then there's the interest rate. This is something that you have to research. If there are any subvented interest rates, subvented means that is sponsored by the manufacturer. So for instance, Lexus right now is having something like 2.9% if you do 48 months on all of their cars. So, and let's go to the Camry, and you can see here what you can get. So it's actually 5.5 for 60 months for cars and minivans. You have $1,000 storm relief assistance. This is if you live in Texas like I do. First payment deferred for 90 days. Don't do that. And I said this on multiple videos. The reason why you don't do this deferred payment for 90 days is because it makes you feel warm and fuzzy that you don't have payments for 90 days, but interest is still accruing. So just so you know. College graduates and military. I don't know any college graduate that can afford a new car right now. If you're military, that's good. You get $500. I think that's pretty low. Other manufacturers offer 1,000. But anyways, let's go back to our Toyota. So let's do 5.25 for 16 months. There are no cash incentives. Here you will input your down payment. I usually start with 0 just so I can know how much am I going to be paid if I do 0 down payment right now. All right, so you got your state, you got your sales tax. This you're going to have to look it up. It's pretty easy. Just Google your state and sales tax. You'll come up with this number. It's a percentage. Then it's title, registration, and other fees. So title, registration, other fees. It's pretty easy to figure out. You can use this website, caredge.com. They have the doc fee and title fee and registration fees. But as you can see, the title and registration fee are usually not that high. And you can see a doc fee here. I'm in Texas, so my doc fee is usually around 150. It can be as high as 250. So if you want, you can Google that per your state because your DMV usually has a number for your state. This is a good average, and I think this is the minimum for Texas. I don't know for other states, but one of the things is you can just go here and get a ballpark of how much your doc fee is going to be. And if your doc fee is much higher than this, maybe you can get them to back down because other dealerships will probably have it lower. So to make it a little bit faster, I'm just going to use the title fees that I got for my Lexus. I do have a video about that on the channel, which breaks down all the fees and everything that I got for my Lexus. So I'm just going to do 530 and we calculate. Here is the monthly payment that you are going to get with the car of this exact price. And you see that your loan amount is going to be for this, and this is going to be your sales tax. Now, there's a particular thing about this tool and about asking for the out-the-door price. When you ask for the out-the-door price, they will lump everything into the loan. So that means taxes and title, because you don't pay for those separately. They usually want your everything inside your loan with that. So just click here, include all fees in the loan, and you'll get this number. This is exactly everything you're going to be paying and how much you're paying in sales tax. And this will give you exactly what you need to know before even going to a dealership or even deciding if you can afford this car. So if you can afford a payment of $639.29 a month, you don't have to even put money down. Here's a caveat though. I usually start with money down. I have a very good credit score. You have to check your credit score because if your credit score, I think it's if it's not higher than 760, I think they're not gonna let you do zero down payment. It's usually not the dealership, it's usually the bank that does this kind of thing. Just this is just to figure out how much you can get, but you gotta be realistic about your credit score. If your credit score is not that good, try putting some money down. So what I personally would recommend is that you do 20%. This will make you not need gap insurance, and it will also guarantee that you not be underwater on your vehicle. So in this case, it would be 20%, not of this, but 20% plus your taxes, title, and all those things. All right, so let's do 20% of this. Let's do, so that's going to give you $6,238 with 4 cents plus 8,187. I would put 8,200 would be what you need to put to cover 20% of this car. Now, I do understand that a lot of people have a hard time coming up with cash down. I personally would not recommend that you buy a car with zero money down unless you can avoid it. But if you can't, if you don't have this much cash for something like this, then at least do your sales tax and your other fees and a little bit of the car, like $1,000 or something. And again, it will help you not be underwater on your car. Now, the other thing that you need to take into account is trading value. This is where there's a lot of schools of thoughts when it comes to trade-in, because if you trade in your vehicle, then you get some tax credit. That being said, usually, like, let's say 9 times out of 10, when you trade in your vehicle, you're being lowball with what your vehicle is worth. So my recommendation is that you don't think about trading, just sell your vehicle somewhere else. I'm not saying sell it privately, because I know that can be a pain for some people. It is for me. I work 70 hours a week. But go to Carvana, go to CarMax, or just go to Kelley Blue Book and see how much they offer. It's usually a little bit higher than going to a dealership to trading it in. So this is how you figure out your payment. Now you can just call your dealer or email the dealer, ask for the OTD, and you can input all the things here, because usually when you get the OTD, you get all these other prices, and you can figure out what is the best payment for you. You can also modify this to 72 or even 84 months. I personally do not recommend having a payment that long, but you do you. Follow me for more tips like this. I'm also going to be posting videos on my new car, how I got it, and all those things that may help anybody that's interested in that type of car. And I'll see you in the next one.